50, 45, there goes Davis.
Oh my God!
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, it feels good to be back. Welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 635. Today is March. Jesus Christ.
Oof.
March 4th.
My boy's still in Bulgaria.
Bro, one fucking day off and I fucking rusty. March 4th. The year is 2026. Kid, you got your water. You got everything. You're strapped and loaded. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we got a lot to get into. A lot of NFL news, which, we love to cover here. Kind of shocked by some of it. Let's get into it, though.
Oh, real quick. Bulgaria was amazing. First-class citizens. Hospitality. Food was good. The Black Sea was really cool. It was the same weather. It was like 30, 35. Was surprised at how much they love Americans. Oh, my God. They love Trump. They love America. I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. It was amazing. But Senchi, the organization, top class, bro. They treated us like royalty. It was a 5-star hotel right on the water. Amazing. It was an amazing time. Fights were amazing. 19-year-old Julian Rykov won the Grand Prix at 19 years old in front of his home country. He had the whole building was lined up to take pictures with him. So couldn't say more great things about the country. Would love to go back. Just gotta go business class. 10 hours is a long flight, kid. But yeah, like E said, man, we got a great episode for you. NFL is king. We got so much to talk about. I want to clean up some stuff. I heard the episode you and Joey did. Thank you again. You boys cleaned up. A little shaky in the start, I saw. But other than that, I'm just busting your balls. It was a good episode. I do want to talk about a lot. World Baseball Classic tonight starts, baby. Hell fucking yeah. Cannot wait. 10 o'clock here on the East Coast. Chinese Type A taking on Australia. So we'll talk about that. I want to talk about all pool play, outright winners, MVPs. I got it all for that. Got some college hoops as well. And then we'll end in the NBA. Look ahead towards Wednesday and Thursday night. But, kid, I want to start all the way back because I want to give you credit. I think you called it on last episode listening back. You said, hey, maybe Texans are the team to trade for David Montgomery.
Yeah, Joey hit on it. We both said the Texans, and I threw in the Seahawks as well because, it was a lot of questions about, Kenneth Walker III's status.
Yeah.
Zach Charbonnet not being there. And I'm going to be honest, I think David Montgomery is a great fit there. So
yeah,
kind of surprised he didn't go to Seattle, but not surprised at all that the Houston Texans made that move. And once again, I think the Houston Texans are positioning themselves to be a threat in the AFC.
They just got to fix the offensive line. That's the problem. They couldn't protect CJ. Now, CJ has regressed a little bit, but Texans do get David Montgomery. Lions get a 4th-round pick. Offensive line, Juice Shrugs, and a 7th-round pick in 2027 next year's draft. But we saw it this year. We said, you know what? David Montgomery's snaps have been decreasing. And, you and I kind of alleged that maybe they're just saving him towards the playoffs. That never happened. But in 3 years, he had a fantastic career in Detroit. Mm-hmm. In just 3 years, over 2,500 yards. He had 33 touchdowns. He was a backhorse, but there's no denying Jahmyr Gibbs is an RB1. I was on record at a certain point last year saying he was the best running back in the league. Maybe I'll walk back those comments. He's definitely a top 3 running back in the league, in my opinion.
And there's no doubt about it. I think there's no doubt about it.
Yeah. And he is eligible for a contract extension next year, so they do have to take care of him. The books already put lines out. 725 rushing yards for David Montgomery. That's kind of high. And with not right now, with not an upgraded offensive line, I guess I'm kind of inclined to go under on that, kid.
Definitely, always go with David Montgomery. Always lean with his touchdowns over more than his
Yeah.
yards. But 725, I'm gonna be honest, is reasonable. We saw Willie Marks had a pretty good season.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Willie Marks is around 700 yards. We saw Nick Chubb at times look productive at times. He looked like an aging running back. So I think a full season, if David Montgomery plays 17 games, I think he'll get over 725.
What do you think Jahmyr Gibbs rushing prop is at? Now there's
10,
yeah.
1075 or 1175.
You're sharp. We've been doing this a lot. 1,025. You missed it by 50.
Yeah, close.
I would be worried about that as well. He's going to get a lot of the carries. And remember, Jahmyr Gibbs is not just the running back. He's great on the backfield catching the ball as well.
Yeah, you can make a case he's one of the best dual threat, if not the best dual threat. I'm gonna give the edge to CMC. I think he did lead he had over 80 receptions, I think. So I'm gonna give the edge to CMC, but Bijan, Jahmyr Gibbs, those three is in the mix of the best running back in football.
And we can't forget about Jersey's legend Jonathan Taylor too.
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor had himself a season, but injuries at the quarterback derailed that.
You know what derailed, and it just we thought 2 years ago, okay, we saw them make a push for the playoffs, and it just never worked out. Commanders, they are releasing Marshawn Lattimore, and the move's going to save them $18.5 million in cap space. So I know my friends down in the DMV, they're happy about it. It just never panned out. He was good in New Orleans. He was not good in Washington.
Yeah, we saw it the first year when they made that trade. He came in with an injury, didn't really play. He was limited. And then come playoff time, when they made it to the NFC Championship game, he was limited in that game. So, never, like you said, it never panned out. I think it kind of works out for both sides. Yes, Lattimore definitely would have wanted to make $18 million this year, but I think it helps the Commanders, and I have no doubt that Lattimore could get another contract. I just don't think it'll be 18 per.
You know who wants another contract? First ballot hold, maybe not first ballot, but he's going to be in Canton one day. Linebacker Khalil Mack. People thought I was one of those guys. People thought he was going to hang him up. He plans to play one more year instead of retiring. He's exploring his options, but he's going to hit the free agent market. And Chargers are going to make him a priority, but it has to be a contender, kid. It can't be a rebuild team. If not LA, where can you see Khalil Mack playing one more year?
It has, like you said, it has to be a championship contender. I'm gonna give a chance, to the Buffalo Bills. Maybe Seattle.
Chicago.
Chicago. I hate to say it, but the New England Patriots, just because we have the pieces, we have the cap, maybe the Chiefs. Realistically, there's only a handful of teams out there that could honestly you could put right there as a true contender. So I'm gonna say the Buffalo Bills. The Chargers. Yeah. I want to say a top 5 contender team, but if healthy, they're in the conversation. So I'm gonna go somewhere in those 4 or 5 teams that I just mentioned.
Yeah, shout out Joe's in the chat. I know we got the news about 10-15 minutes ago. RIP the legendary Lou Holtz. He won a national championship at Notre Dame. One of the legends, died at 89, but he was aside his family. So unfortunate news. So I did hear about that. That's RIP to him and his family.
Rest in peace, a legend, man. That's another Hall of Famer game.
Oh my God, absolutely. I mean, he was in charge of rebuilding just program after program. So
last coach to bring it home for Notre Dame now.
Yeah. We got some more international news. The Falcons will be playing a 2026 regular season game in Madrid, Spain. So right now, kid, here's the international game schedule. We got 3 games in London. We got Jaguars for back-to-back. Their opponent is TBD. Another London game is Commanders versus TBD. Madrid, I just mentioned Falcons. We'll see who they play. In Melbourne, Australia, the 49ers are going to play the Rams. The 49ers are also going to be playing in Mexico City, TBD opponent. In Germany, the Lions are going to be playing, we don't know. In Paris, the Saints are going to be playing TBD. And then Rio, Brazil, the Cowboys are going to be playing TBD. Do you like so far what we have internationally?
Yeah, not for none. I love the fact that the 49ers will be playing in Mexico City. I think that's dope because a lot of Mexicans are, supportive of the 49ers. So to me, 49ers going back there, to me, that's a great experience. The alleged American teams going to Brazil, to me, that's pretty dope, because we know the Dallas Cowboys fans are going to show up. They're going to travel. So I like the fact that they're expanding the NFL. I heard some talks that like how the NFL, it reaches like 130, 140 million, 150 million. And then like the top soccer game reaches like 800 million.
It's
So,
insane.
yeah, so I see why the NFL want to expand because there's a ton of eyes out there, not just in America, but all over the world. So I can see why they're doing it. And not for nothing, long as they're good matchups, I ain't mad at it.
Yeah, the crowds are usually good in London and everywhere else. I remember back in Mexico City, I think when I was in college, it was really good as well. We just can't get to a point where we're having the Super Bowl in another country.
Oh no.
That just can't happen.
Not in our lifetimes.
I hope
Not
not. Or
yeah.
we riot.
And not for now, I love when like the crowds, especially like in like England or Germany, when they sing "Sweet Caroline." Oh, love it.
You love it. You're a New England guy. You love that.
No, but they sing it like
it's their song.
They sing it like it's still on second down. They're still going.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Now I know you and Joey last episode touched on Breece Hall, so yes, he got tagged. They're still trying to hammer out a deal, but they are placing the tag on him. It's the non-exclusive franchise tag, which gives the Jets a right to match any offer he receives. So if, let's just hypothetically say he goes to New England, right? It gives the Jets an opportunity to match. If they don't match, the team that does acquire him will have to send the Jets 2 first-rounders. So he's set to make $14.293 million on the tag. So Joe, as you know, the tag is kind of like a placeholder until the two sides can reach an agreement. Obviously, they weren't able to reach an agreement right now. Do you think they?
No, I think he will play under the franchise tag. I think it's a kind of a smack in the face, when the team choose to like go this route when they're matched the offer. Clearly, they don't think that highly of you. Where they're like, you know what, we're gonna make you, a top 5 highest paid running back at 4 years. So clearly they don't think that highly of Breece Hall. They just was like, whatever offer you get, we'll match it. So clearly no team out there is gonna go too crazy and then also give up 2 first-round picks. I don't think Breece Hall is worth, a full contract and 2 first-round picks. That's just my opinion, but I think he'll stay with the Jets for this year. Highly doubt they franchise him again next year, and then he'll be an unrestricted free agent.
Yeah, I think where the Jets are, I don't know if, from everything I've read and everything that I listen to in the New York media, they're not that far off. I think it's with the guarantee. It's not the years. I think the years is where both franchise.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3-4 year deal.
Yeah, it's not the years. It's the guaranteed money. I think you got to give it to them. They think maybe they could get something in the draft, and maybe they can. They did hit on Breece Hall in the second round a couple years ago, but the likelihood of a failed organization like the Jets doing it twice, it's very slim. So you might as well pay the guy, make him happy, and he has a good connection with Garrett Wilson as well. So pay the man. He's done everything you can off an terrible team. He's literally carried it, especially when Garrett Wilson was hurt. He was your only offense.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, pay the man.
Let's not forget, when Aaron Rodgers was there, Breece Hall was getting talked about as the first overall pick in fantasy. Let's not forget this. When he had a quarterback, he was considered to go number 1 in fantasy. Let's just be honest.
I don't understand when people say when I make a delivery and I say, hey, call when outside, don't ring the doorbell, and then they get here and they just constantly ring the doorbell. Are you Ed?
Because I'll tell you after the pod. I'll give you my comment after the pod.
I got a lot of patience, not for stupidity, bro. I'm running very thin, E.
I have no comment for the show. I'll give you my comment after the pod.
You mentioned Seattle and maybe Seahawks potentially getting a running back, maybe like a Breece Hall or David Montgomery. I think Kenneth Walker, not tagging them wasn't a surprise. They don't tag anyone. I want to give you my dark horse where I think he's going to go. Right here in New York. He's going to go to the Giants. They're going to be aggressive at the free agency.
Yeah.
Him and Scatterboo has an injury history. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, and you need 2 running backs.
I like Tracy Jr. You understand?
He's not Kenneth Walker. Stop it.
No, I agree with that, but to go all out on a running back while you have, let's just say, I'm gonna say an above average running back room already.
I think it's below average.
I think it's top 16. Top 16.
I wouldn't say that.
You
have a rookie that's barely proven himself. He has a lot of hype. I like Scatterboo. I think he's a very fun back, but the way he plays, he's going to get injured.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Dale, but we saw him when he was on the field. He was electric. Can we not deny that?
I agree.
Okay. If he stays healthy, he will be a 1,000-yard back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all let's say I'm not disagreeing with you.
I guess the way I looked at it, John Harbaugh wants to run the ball. He wants to run the ball. And what does he have? Just look at his history in Baltimore. Ray Rice, legend on the field. Alex Collins. No, seriously. No joke.
If it flies on the field.
Mark Ingram, J.K., Gus Buzz, and then they brought in Derrick Henry, a Hall of Famer. They want a big guy like Kenneth Walker.
Yes, but who runs the ball like a big guy as well? Cam Scatterboo, for good or bad.
Who do you want as your RB1?
Personally, it's hard to deny the fucking reigning Super Bowl MVP. Let's just be real.
That's what I'm saying.
But all I'm saying is we saw Cam Scatterboo for 4 or 5 games. Three of the games which he started was pretty damn good.
So if it's not, and maybe I'm crazy, maybe I'm thinking.
No, I'm not. I'm not mad at your theory.
No, I know.
I'm just letting you know if I'm the GM, I wouldn't do it.
So put your GM hat on. If it's not the Giants, who would you want to see Kenneth Walker play for?
Who's a team that needs to run the ball and honestly struggled a little bit last year at times. And I think they have the money to give up. The Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it'll be a good fit. I understand they have no certainty at the quarterback position right now.
That's the thing, yeah.
But it'll be to me to have that running back anchor for the next couple of seasons. Pittsburgh Steelers get some stability there. Got no stability at the quarterback position. Get stability at the running back position.
That's not fair. I want to see if Aaron Rodgers comes back or not. Because if he does, I think it's a good fit. But
I think if he does, it won't be with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'll be honest. I'm going to make a hot take right now.
Yeah.
We saw him follow a similar path already behind Brett Favre. Don't rule out Minnesota.
So it was close to get there last year, 2 years ago, whenever.
Don't rule them out. You got Justin Jefferson, arguably the best running wide receiver in football. You got Jordan Addison, and if he avoids speeding in the car, is pretty damn good.
He gotta chill.
He's pretty damn good as well. And let's not forget, Brian Flores in that defense is going to be a top 10 defense.
Oh, yeah, always.
So if you could get consistent quarterback play with the arguably the best running back, best wide receiver in football, Vikings got a shot. I'm not saying they're going to win the division if Aaron Rodgers signs. All I'm saying is they'll be a better team if Aaron Rodgers is there.
There's no denying that. We're going to get into QB because I had a lot of theories we're going to talk about. I do want to stay in the AFC North with Cincinnati, and the Cincinnati Bengals, they fucked this up so bad. They didn't tag Trey Hendrickson. He's going to be an unrestricted free agent. Let me get this straight. So you didn't trade him at the deadline and get anything back. Then you wait until after the season and you don't tag him, and now you're going to get absolutely nothing for one of the best defensive ends in the game. You guys are idiots. That's something the Jets would do. No,
Yeah,
truly.
to me, this is one a huge question mark to me, just because Travion Henderson. Let's not forget, prior to last season, Trey Henderson, he led the NFL in sacks just 2 seasons ago. He did that, right? I understand he dealt with injuries last season. You have an opportunity to franchise tag. You don't. Now you're letting him become an unrestricted free agent. To me, and we all know the struggle with Cincinnati has been on the defensive side of the football. Yeah. Why not lock down one of the best offensive linemen in all of football for the next 5 seasons? I don't know why. Maybe they don't want to pay, but Travion Henderson is going to move the world for a few teams out there and possibly push a team over the hump during this free agency.
I think you're thinking of the Patriots too much.
Yeah, I keep saying Travion
Henderson. Yeah. Do you think he goes to the Patriots? Because, like you said, they need some pass rushers. Well, he has to go to a contender. He's another guy.
Yeah, he'll go to a winning franchise. Put it like this: if we heard reports, I don't know if we're going to mention it or not. Not to skip ahead. We're going to
mention everything.
We seen that the Raiders reported that is most likely Max Crosby gets moved this week. With the franchise deadline and everything going on this week, releases and whatnot. If we don't land Max Crosby, I think Travion Henderson has to be number 1 on our board for this offseason. And let's not forget another reason to bash the Cincinnati Bengals as well. The cap went up $22 million. That's another reason you should give Travion Henderson his big contract. $22 million if he didn't even have 2 months ago.
I'm going to write it down for you. It's Trey Hendrickson.
Trey Henderson.
You're good. I know who you're talking about, but the fans might not. But I agree. I don't think he's going to – I think he has to go to, like, Chicago, Buffalo, Eagles,
Jacksonville. Yeah. Somewhere where they're going to, have a chance to win.
Yeah. Not Cincinnati. They fucked that up, bro.
Don't get me wrong. Cincinnati, if the defense turns it around, that offense can keep up with anybody. It's just that defense hasn't been good since it went to the Super Bowl.
But another thing also with that team, and we'll jump after this, it's injury team. They're another team that I worry about injury-wise. Yes, when healthy, a top 5 offense in the league. I don't doubt that anytime they have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. But can they stay healthy? That's the biggest question mark. I want to stay with the Bears, though. I thought this was a shocker. Their Pro Bowl center, Drew Dahlman, he's retiring at just the age of 27. He left school in Stanford. He's fucking brilliant. In 2021, he spent 4 seasons in Atlanta, and then he spent last season in Chicago. He's a Pro Bowler in just 1 year with the Chicago Bears, and in the offseason, he signed a 3-year, $42 million contract. So he played all 17 games. He played over 1,000 snaps, and now he makes the decision to step away. So I thought that was really surprising. And now, Ben Johnson in the front office, they're going to have to go get a center.
Yeah, shocked by this. If I'm a Bears fan, to lose a Pro Bowl center who you have under contract at a very fair number, you could say, it's a blow. We saw the Lions last season start this year right in the beginning of the season with losing a Pro Bowl center. Now, the only positive news I could take away from this, these have happened pre-draft. It's not like you're in the middle of camp, a week before your first preseason game, and then your center, just be like, I'm retiring. So yes, it sucks. Only 27 years of age, Pro Bowler, definitely had a long career ahead of him. He just chose the Andrew Luck route, and you can't be mad at him at that.
No, he's a millionaire. He created generational wealth.
Yeah, he probably was what, first round pick. That's what, 20 plus million.
He has a Stanford degree.
Yeah, dude's probably loaded. He probably made great investments, bro.
And his dad was in the NFL as well.
This dude made great investments. He probably got a realtor firm.
He's good. He'll get a TV contract next too. He's fine. But yeah, it is surprising. But the Bears do need to go get some help, and they addressed the offensive line last year. And you saw
Tony. They spent over $100 million on the offensive line.
You saw it. you saw it immediately how good they were, and the next step Caleb Williams took. So going to go out and do it more. I expect them to go and make a splash at the center position. Let's go to the Colts. I told you I want to talk to some quarterback. Colts are placing the transition tag on QB Daniel Jones. The transition tag is around $37.8 million. It's $6 million cheaper than the franchise tag, but that honestly gives Daniel Jones the opportunity to sign an offer sheet with another team, and then Indianapolis has the right to match as well. So the Colts cannot tag, but since they did this, they can't tag Alex Pierce. And Alex Pierce was on
he's an unrestricted free agent now.
Yeah, and they're still trying to work out a long-term deal with both players, but I don't know, man. I don't know why they didn't sign Daniel Jones. I think he proved it to you the first half of the season before he got hurt that, they
were 8-1.
Yeah, they were 8-1. And do you think he plays with the Colts? Because I have an inkling he might not.
To be honest, in this league, a quarterback is always needed. I wouldn't be surprised if like the Miami Dolphins, the Atlanta Falcons, maybe the Minnesota Vikings, who he was in the building last year, maybe one of these teams who's in dire need of a quarterback might just give Daniel Jones, 45, 50 per a season, and then put the Indianapolis Colts in a tough spot to match the deal. So to me, it's a great move in the Colts part. I think they're taking a chance on, Danny Jones is coming off a serious ACL injury mid-season, and maybe another team ain't willing to risk a long-term deal right from the get-go before seeing him in action again. So I think the Colts are taking that to the bank. Yeah. So I'm not mad at the Colts at that. To me, I think Daniel Jones at least earned the right to get a contract extension, especially from the Indianapolis Colts, but can't be mad. Business is business. And I think Daniel Jones ain't too mad about it. $38 million for the season.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's nice, man. And not for nice. Daniel Jones is raking up now because he did get that $160 million contract. I understand he didn't finish it, but after this year, he might be $100 million man.
I love it. This is the guy I want to talk about, and it all interjects with, you mentioned Kirk Cousins. I'm going to bring up Tua. We'll see with Daniel Jones. But we knew this. We called this, I think, week 7 or 8 when they benched him for the rest of the year.
Real quick, I want to throw Patrick Willis' name in there as well.
Okay. Yes, he's going to get paid, but this group that I'm grouping with, they're kind of old.
Former starters.
Yeah. Shout out Malik Willis. He's going to get like $30 million, I think.
I hope he does.
We called it, though. The Cardinals, they're going to release Kyler Murray at the first, I think next Wednesday. I think it's the first day of the league year. Barring a trade between now and then, Arizona already owes him $37 million in guaranteed for 2026. And then another 19.5 would have triggered if they didn't release or trade him by March 15th. But he is going to move on. People are set on the Jets. I mean, I don't want either of them. I don't want him. I don't want Kirk Cousins. I don't want Tua. There are reports that the Jets are working out Tua. People are saying Kyler Murray's better than Justin Fields. Yeah, no shit. I got a couple stats to say why you don't want to trade for this man or have him. He's the NFL's worst quarterback throwing downfield. He was healthy in just one of the last 5 years. He's played outdoors just 29% of his games. Only one game in the last 4 years below 45. One game in the last 4 years in the rain. That's crazy.
Yeah, he can't come to MetLife.
He can't come to MetLife? Are you crazy?
And let's not forget, this man is from Dallas. He won, 3 and 4 national high school championship games at Jerry World.
He's only played 12 of 41 games outdoors since 2022. 12! That's 29%. That's insane, bro. So he's a dome quarterback, and there's nothing wrong with that. But he's a dome quarterback, and he's injury prone. So another one, in 41 games in 4 years, Guess how many games Kyler Murray played with the temperature that was less than 45 degrees? I just said it.
You just said it. One.
One game in 4 years.
Tua even played more than that. He just haven't won.
In 41 games in 4 years, guess how many games Kyler Murray played in any kind of precipitation?
You just said it. One
game in 4. It was like a little quiz. It was like an open book quiz. But, despite playing, any games outdoors, 29%, Murray has been one of the worst quarterback in efficiency when throwing 10 or more yards down the field. I don't want him on my team. And this is not to hate on Kyler Murray. I think he's extremely talented. He got drafted in the first round of baseball. The guy is phenomenal. He's just not a good fit in the Northeast. You know what it gets. You and I are from here. It gets cold over here.
It's still snow on the ground.
We're in March. So, yeah, I don't want him. Someone asked me then, okay, I agree with all those stats. Would you take him or Tua?
Or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins I would take out of both of them. Now, if you ask me Tua or Kyler, I'm like going against my stats, but I probably would take Kyler just because I think he's more athletic. And I think he can make more plays happen with his feet as opposed to Tua. But you make a great point. Tua's at least played playoff games outdoors.
Yeah, he just, ran into the Chiefs and the Ravens and stuff like that, and the Bills. It's tough.
What are your thoughts? Where do you think he goes? What do you think of my stats? What's going on?
Love the stats, by the way. Realistically, Kyler Murray's a starting quarterback. I highly doubt he goes somewhere to become a backup, right? So let's just start there. What starting quarterback roles are out there? I'm gonna say one, and I think I'm not gonna say the perfect fit, but I think it's a good fit. The Atlanta Falcons. We know right now Michael Penix Jr. is a toss-up, right?
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins is a free agent. Atlanta Falcons, I'm not gonna say they're this or that, but they're in position to win now. You have Drake London, arguably a top 10-ish, right? Wide receiver, top 12.
I would say he's top 10.
Bijan Robinson, you can make the case he's the best running back in football. No, arguably, he's a top 3 running back in football, right? Offensive line, it's okay. Defensively, we saw them step up last season. Their defense is pretty solid. I'm going to say middle of the pack. If Kyler Murray could be a Pro Bowl type level quarterback in Atlanta, I think Atlanta will be one division winners, host a playoff game, and probably win a playoff game or two if Kyler Murray is playing at a Pro Bowl level, which we all know he's capable of doing when healthy.
You mentioned Minnesota a few minutes ago. Outside of Rodgers, because he's in a bracket in himself. He's going to be in Canton. Out of those guys that I just mentioned, Tua, Kyler, Kirk Cousins, even we'll name Willis as well. Minnesota's going to bring someone in.
Yeah.
They have to. I love J.J. McCarthy. I'm higher than 99% of people, but
that should tell you something by now, Dill.
But even I agree, you need to bring someone in to help develop him or kind of compete with him. Do you think Minnesota goes after any of these guys?
I think Minnesota. I think Kirk Cousins is life. The relations there already. He got chemistry with some players. Hawkinson, Justin Jefferson, and whatnot. Kevin O'Connell as well. I think Kyler Murray's live. I think Tua's live. I understand with the cold environment, but he will be in a dome. 2 out of the 4 divisional games? Yeah. He will only have to travel to Chicago and Green Bay.
Indiana? They're building a stadium in Indiana.
Which I think will be a dome, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But, I think Tua will be a transitional quarterback. If I had to pick one of the 3, like let's just say Tua, or the 4, Daniel Jones, Tua, Kyler Murray, and Kirk Cousins, I would bet money on Tua. I think Tua. Wow. Yeah, for some reason, I'll give the edge to Tua, dome, or Kyler. I would say those 2. I'd say Kirk Cousins is a long shot. Why reunite after so many years? But I'm gonna say Tua or Kyler Murray.
Not your team or Minnesota, but who would you rather have, Tua or Kyler?
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, I agree.
If I'm a dome team, I don't think it changes my decision, but Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm like the Buffalo Bills, I think it still would be Kyler Murray.
Joey's in the chat. He said 2 lefties in Atlanta. Put 2 in there with my Hispanics. That's a good call. That's funny.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
My boy Mekhi Becton, he is getting released in the coming days, but the Chargers, they're gonna save $9.7 million on the cap releasing him in the start of the new year. So that's a good move there. The Giants, this one was surprising. It's releasing linebacker and captain Bobby Okereke. Okereke, he was entering his last year on his deal, and they saved $9 million on that. So I thought that was a strange one, Bobby Okereke. He's the captain of the team.
Yeah. Maybe they're gonna extend them. Maybe I could be wrong, but that one I agree. Little of a head scratcher. Hey, maybe Harbaugh's gonna snatch somebody from Baltimore. Who knows?
Yeah. We also got news down in Dallas. Your second team, Cowboys, are restructuring Dak and Tyler Smith's deals, creating $47 million in cap room, and they are expected to restructure CD Lamb's.
Yeah.
So big money coming down in Dallas.
And George Pickens is on a franchise tag. Maybe they get him a contract extension. They're gonna free up a lot of money, plus a $22 million in the cap going up. Jerry Jones is on record already saying he's going to spend a lot of money this offseason for the first time in a long time. I can't wait to see it. Hopefully Jerry Jones is aggressive. Not for nothing, they'll hate him or love him. Dak Prescott is a top 10 quarterback, right? Javonte Williams, he had himself a tremendous season last year. There's no doubt CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens might be the best dual wide receiver duo in football. I'm going to still say Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. That's just me. But we saw the potential in Dallas. If Quinnen Williams and that defense could stay healthy, I think Dallas got a shot now. If they could be aggressive, let's just say they could, get a Trey Henderson. Maybe get, a Quad Walker. Maybe get another piece. Well, I think the offense is pretty good. But if they could just add a couple pieces defensively, Dill, watch out.
You know what happened in New England? They are releasing Stephon Diggs. I mean, the guy's he's going to court. You can't have that anymore in New England, kid.
Don't be honest, I'm a little surprised by this. I'm not sure if it's with the off the field law issue, or do we regret giving him that contract? Because he was a 1,000-yard receiver. I think he did elevate Drake May's play this one season. We saw it. Drake May finished second MVP, was just I think a vote or two away from winning the MVP. So I think Stephon Diggs has somewhat to do with that. But hey, maybe there's somebody out there that maybe we have some information on that's gonna be available for either gonna get released, gonna get traded or something. And we might shock the world. Maybe A.J. Brown is becoming a Patriot right before our very eyes. And maybe we'll have breaking news maybe come this weekend. Maybe come the NFL draft. Who knows? But we release Stephon Diggs. Best believe we're going to replace him with somebody.
Huh. I think two things could be true. I think maybe they regret a little bit of the money that they spent, plus off-the-field issues that, Mike Vrabel in the front office is just not going to deal with anymore. You know what I mean? So I think
Baymore's still under contract.
Innocent until proven guilty. That's what I'm saying. And I saved the best for last because I thought this was a crazy trade today. Low-key, I wish I was a Rams fan. This team doesn't give a fuck about the picks, and they go all out. They go and get Trent McDuffie, all-pro corner from the Chiefs. They give a first-round pick, the lesser of the first-round pick, number 29. They get a 5th round and a 6th round and a 2027 3rd round for Trent McDuffie. We saw Patrick Mahomes tweet, damn, he was sick, because that's one of their best players on defense, and they still have the 18th pick, or no, excuse me, the 13th pick in the draft from Atlanta, that James Pierce trade. So they still have their 13th pick in the draft this year, but they elevated and got better in the secondary today. Trent McDuffie is an all-pro corner, and He moves sideline to sideline as well. He travels with the best. That's a big get for a team that is aggressive, that doesn't care about picks. You saw them then they printed the tees out. Last time they won the Super Bowl was in their home stadium. The stadium is this year at SoFi. They're aggressive. They went and got a franchise quarterback in Matthew Stafford. It paid dividends. This team and their front office doesn't care, and they are going to be aggressive. I respect that.
Yeah, we saw this team just on the Super Bowl year in the trade deadline be ultra aggressive and moved a couple first round picks and traded for Von Miller. Ended up winning the Super Bowl. Now the Super Bowl back at SoFi. Moved another first round pick to get Trent McDuffie. I'm gonna be honest. I think the Ravens, the Los Angeles Rams just positioned themselves to might be the favorites out of the NFC. Dill, you got to look at the picture. Look at the picture. What was the reason the Rams didn't win the Super Bowl this year? Because if they would have got to the Super Bowl, they would have beat the Patriots. Let's just be honest. Coming from a Patriots fan, what was the reason?
Defense.
Yes, but no. It was JSN, 10 catches, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns in the NFC Championship game. That's the reason why. If Trent McDuffie's there, JSN is, let's just say, he doesn't do good of his job that Christian Gonzalez did in the Super Bowl. But if McDuffie's there, he doesn't go for 10, 157. If McDuffie there, you most likely win that game. So if you had a shutdown corner, the Rams probably would have won the Super Bowl last year. I think the Los Angeles Rams needed a shutdown corner. They just saw JSN become the best wide receiver in football. We know Marvin Harrison Jr. We know he has potential there. The 49ers have always going to have somebody step up on the outside. So you need a shutdown corner in this division to start with. I think they made this move to stop JSN and to get back to the Super Bowl.
100%.
Great move. Great move by the Los Angeles Rams. Love their aggression. Now on the other side, kind of scary. The Kansas City Chiefs got 2 first-round picks. You know why?
Why?
They tend not to miss in the first round. We've seen it time and time again. Rashid Rice, Xavier Worthy, countless corners and linebackers. The Chiefs just don't miss in the first round. And now you gave them 2 picks? Kind of worried about it.
Yeah, they have the 9th pick, and they have now the 29th pick for the Rams. So 2 first-rounders, and they got a 3rd. They could really level up now. But love your point. I agree. This is a long-term play. They have great weapons in that division. You need to slow down JSN and other people in that division if you want to get to the Super Bowl. And the market agrees with you, Elvis. Seattle was favored to win the Super Bowl because of this move. The Rams are now favored to win the Super Bowl at plus 700 and to come out of the NFC. So
yeah, if I'm the Seattle Seahawks, guess what? I need a second weapon on the outside. Now I'm even more eager to sign Kenneth Walker III. That move is impactful. No, I know you, but I'm being serious. Like
I know you are. I know
we got to fight fire with fire. The Rams just got better. Seattle, 100%. The ball's on your court.
100%. Exactly. Now the ball's on your court. Let's see if you can match this, because they went and put the chips in the center and said, you know what? We're going to get an all-pro corner to stop JSN.
They just said, good luck next time. JSN ain't going to be the reason we lose again.
I agree. Yeah, I thought it was a great move. I wish I had an organization like that. I really do. I really do.
I know you do.
All right. Some other news in the NFL, not in the NFL, but in some other things. Giannis came back on Monday. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, real quick for the over bettors, 19.5. He had 19 points.
19, bro.
In the third quarter with 9 minutes left. Didn't score a single point. The remainder, 20-something minutes of the game? Shameful. Investigation. FBI.
Cash, my boy, what's going on?
Free Chauncey, free Scary Terry, but Giannis needs to get investigated.
It was, on a serious though, it was cool to see him back out after he was gone for like a month and a half.
Nah. Because 19.5 points, and you have 19.5.
19, 11, and 2 dimes versus the Celtics, double.
I understand they were down. I understand they were down double digits. But to take them out to not score a point to
Long
remain.
term. Long term.
Investigation. Cash Patel, where are you?
We got some MLB news, and this just makes it even better for NL East and my Metropolitans. But the Atlanta Braves DH Judson Profar, he's facing 162 game suspension after testing positive for PEDs for the second time. He has to forfeit his entirety of his $15 million contract, and he's ineligible if they do make the postseason. He's ineligible for the postseason and the WBC to play for his country. Idiot.
What a way to fumble. Let's not forget this man was just suspended 82 games last year or the year prior.
Yeah.
So the man was just suspended for 82 games, right? Probably lost half of 15 mil, so let's just say 7.5. You follow that up by getting suspended 162 and losing $15 million.
I love it. I love it for a Met fan. And, you know, the Braves aren't that deep in that lineup. So you miss out Judson Profar, who maybe not the smartest player, but he's a good ball player.
Yeah. To be honest, this is just disgraceful. You know, if I'm a Braves fan, if I'm in the front office, I'm cutting him. That's it. We're done.
Yeah. Real quick, last night, Miami of Ohio. I hope you're keeping up with them. It's the best story in college football. They stay undefeated. Just the fourth men's D1 team to begin March undefeated in the last 20 years. They are 30-0. Bruce Pearl, the ex-coach for Auburn, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. He's saying if they go into their conference tournament and they fall on a banana peel and lose in the second round or the championship round, they shouldn't be in. Are you high?
It's just some people, though. Some people. I guarantee he's over 60.
Yo, he is. He is.
Oh, yeah.
And by the way, I saved the best for last. I don't think you guys mentioned Tyler Reddick won another race over the weekend.
No, we did. We did.
Okay.
3-peat. Yeah, I said 3-peat. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if you saw the picture, but he hit everyone with the iconic MJ 3-peat picture.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, shout out him. Shout out Team Jordan. Winning 3 straight races to start the season. First time in NASCAR history. Bro. After winning in court against NASCAR.
Yeah. Hey,
maybe Jordan was right all this time. Maybe he was right.
Yeah, maybe he was right. Holy shit, bro. When I got off the plane and, you know, I need to catch up. It was a 10-hour plane ride. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker won again. I said, yo, this guy is crazy. Yo, I was so happy for him. And he's proven everyone wrong. And it's a great story in NASCAR. And all like the main guys, they're probably sick to their stomach, bro.
Oh yeah,
sick to their stomach.
You understand? Not all, because you know a lot of people, you know, are like teammates and whatnot, or actually friends behind the scenes. But there's some, you know, let's just say old established guys that like hate what's going on.
Oh yeah,
they hate what's going on. But there's like, you know, like Danny Hamlin and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Those guys are ecstatic because they, you know, Reddick is the boy, you know.
Just so the boy is the boy.
So they're just happy that, you know, a friend is actually doing good in the sport as well. So shout out to the believers and also shout out to the haters.
And also shout out to the non-believers too. You know, we'll get there. Shout out Bart Scott, legendary post speech. All right, kid, enough with news talk. Let's get into these picks. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around a golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the World Baseball Classic, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with our Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid, let's get to it. World Baseball Classic starts tonight, 10 p.m. No, you'll probably be asleep. I got to watch it. I haven't seen baseball in months, bro. I got to stay up and watch it. Chinese Taipei will take on Australia, but the favorite is Boy, baby, the United States -110 are the. I mean, our lineup is fucking stacked. I don't know if
Stack.
you've seen that shit. That shit is crazy.
I'm gonna be honest. The first
Yeah.
6, all time.
Yeah.
The whole lineup is all time, but the first 6, scary. You know, Bryce Harper, Scherzer back to back, scary.
Scary.
Bobby Witt Jr., Aaron Judge back to back, scary.
They're superstars, bro. Yeah, it's insane. And the recent play from DR, they're now second plus 360. Juan Soto's been bugging. Japan,
Man, we went back to back. We scored 13 runs.
I don't know if you saw the crowd in DR, your fellow countrymen. They're going crazy.
Electric. It's the best. Dill, one of the best experience you could have. You know, I understand, you know, when people go, you know, on vacation, they say, don't stay near the resort. It's safe. I'm telling you right now, for all the listeners out there, if you ever go on vacation to the Dominican Republic, try to go to like a baseball game, like a local, like a nice baseball game. It's a great experience. It is experience like no other, and you can see the crowd is electric. It's not a regular baseball game. It's like a concert, but baseball.
100%.
It's electric.
Yes, Japan at plus 380. They are the defending champs. Venezuela at plus 900. Mexico 22-1, and Puerto Rico at 25-1. But you got a bunch of different pools. You got Pool A, Puerto Rico, Canada, Colombia, Cuba, Panama. You got Pool B, U.S., Mexico, Italy, Brazil, Great Britain. Pool C, Japan, Korea, Chinese Type A, Australia, Czech, and Pool D, DR, Venezuela, Netherlands, Nicaragua, Israel. I would say that's the most balanced group because Japan, heavy favorite, U.S., heavy favorite, and Puerto Rico should win. I don't think Canada will give them it, but Pool D, I think obviously DR is the favorite, but Venezuela is really good. Nicaragua's decent. Netherlands are decent. So I kind of like it. Do you have anything? I'll tell you mine. So mine are Puerto Rico. I got them winning Pool A. United States winning Pool B. Pool C, I got Japan. And then Pool D, I got DR. But I have a winner or a MVP. Do you know who it is?
The MVP. Yep. I'm going to say you went a little spicy with it.
Yes, I did.
So I'm going to say it's an American.
False.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. All right, at least tell me the country then, because that just threw me off. Tell me the country. Then I'll go.
Santo Domingo.
It's definitely not Juan Soto.
It's Juan Soto at 25-1. He hit another home run today against the Tigers. He's on one. He's just going to go fucking berserk right now. 25-1 MVP for the WBC. Give me Juan Soto.
I love it. I love the energy, though. I'm kind of shocked that you're going with a Dominican player, but I love the energy.
I got a little Dominican in me.
Yeah, I know. I know you do. The people might not know, but I know.
You know.
I'm going to say Group A winners, Puerto Rico. Group B, USA. Group C, Japan. Group D, Dominican Republic. But I do think Venezuela is live. I'm not going to deny Venezuela is a pretty good damn country in the game of baseball. Wouldn't be shocked one bit if the Dominicans get upset in Group D. So for that being said, I'm going to give you a parlay at plus 169. Give me USA, Japan, and Puerto Rico to be all group winners at plus 169. I'm going to stay away from Dominican Republic. Like I said, I do like the Dominican Republic to advance, but I'm going to go with those three for the parlay to hit. And then for the MVP, though,
I want to hear it.
I love the Juan Soto. I really do. Don't get me wrong. I think Japan is live to repeat again. But if I had to go with an MVP, I'm going to go with a man who led his team to the World Series this past season. I think he could do something special. I understand he hasn't had any highlights yet, but it's been expositions. Give me Vlad Guerrero at the same ticket, 25-1. to win the MVP. I think he could be impactful. They'll come these games. If he could lead this team like he did the Toronto Blue Jays, give me Vlad Guerrero Jr. at plus 2,500.
I love it. I got one as well, exactos. You could parlay them in certain books, so shop around. But for Pool C, I got Japan winning it, and I got Korea finishing second at plus 190. I like that. For Pool D, I got DR finishing first and Venezuela finishing second, and you could get that at minus 125. I think that's really good odds as well. Minus 120 as well for Pool B. USA to finish first and Mexico to finish second at minus 120. I think those are good. You could parlay them at plus 857.
Not for none. I think that's something you could flirt around the L word. USA and Mexico first and second.
Yeah,
I will flirt around the L word with that because USA is going to be number one. And Mexico definitely should be locked for number two unless there's a huge unexpected upset.
Shout out my boy Phil in the chat.
Shout out Phil, legend.
He's saying go Japan
Shout out
the
Phil.
finals.
You know me. I'm a man of my word. Shout out Phil. He's a Seahawks fan. Did pick the Seahawks.
No. Patriot. He's a Patriot fan. Like, you're talking about Adam.
My fault, Phil. I disrespected you. My fault, Phil.
You're not gonna take light to that, bro. You're not.
Yeah, I apologize on that. Adam, shout out Adam too. You know we love our loyal listeners in the chat. So shout out everybody in the chat. But damn, still salty about it.
But for tonight, we got the full slate is on Friday, but they're opening it up tonight in the Tokyo Dome. Chinese Taipei. I'll lay the 2.5 here with Chinese Taipei. I'll also take the under 10.5 because I don't think Australia is going to be able to score that many runs on Chinese Taipei. So I'll lay the 2.5, and I'll also take the under 10.5.
Yeah, under 10.5 has to be the play. Unless they're playing, where the wind is blowing out.
No, it's a dome. The Tokyo Dome.
Like I don't see it happening. So I'm gonna go under 10.5. Unless I'm pitching out there, I'm going under 10.5.
Exactly. Unless you're pitching, then
I'm gonna throw a couple of meatballs. I'm gonna strike you out now.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a couple meatballs where somebody's gonna.
That's crazy.
Go 440 left.
Real quick for college, real quick. I got 4 plays. They all start at 7, or one game starts at 8. But I'll take Cal. I'll lay the 3 here against the Yellow Jackets on the road. We are starting conference tournaments, so make sure you guys check that. We are getting early start times as well. I'll take Robert Morris. I'll lay the 3.5 against Youngstown State. Oh, I love back in Detroit. Give me Detroit minus 1.5 against Milwaukee. And then we're going with the Villanova Wildcats. I'll lay the 2.5 against DePaul. I think that's a very short number. I thought they were going to be around 4.5, 5. Only 2.5 at minus 110. I do not mind that whatsoever. So I'll lay it with the Wildcats here on the road. Kid, but before we do that and get into the NBA, a quick word from our sponsor, Props.Cash, the best way to research all your player props. Elvis and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or in the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot value. Plans start at just $19.99 a month, and right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now, and sign up with the monthly subscription. Use our code DREAM25, and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up your prop research today at Props.Cash. Kid, I got a prop for you. I'm interested to see what you think about it, and I'm going right back to the well with your boy Giannis over 9.5 rebounds. Like I just said, he just had 11 coming back against a really good team. Prior to that, he's hit this in 4 straight games. Think this is a really good matchup here against Atlanta, who gives up 28th on the boards. Don't think they could rebound him. I just worry that they restrict his minutes. But 9.5, he was able to get 11 in his comeback. He's averaging 10.5 on the year. Give me Giannis over 9.5 rebounds at minus 118.
I love it, though. I love it. I got two plays for tonight and two plays for tomorrow. You like Giannis? I'm taking the Bucks at home. Bucks lost 3 straight games. Atlanta won, I think, 4 straight games. I think both teams end that trend. I think Atlanta's due for a loss, and I think the Bucks. Honestly, you can make the case this is a must-win game for the Milwaukee Bucks. Atlanta's ahead of them in the seeding. They're fighting to get back in that play-in race still. They're as of right now, they're 4 games behind Atlanta. You can make the case this is a must-win game in early March for the Milwaukee Bucks. Give me the Bucks at home -116 on the money line. And then I have a player prop for you as well, Dill. It's OKC versus the Knicks tonight at the Garden.
Shay's back.
I'm happy I ain't working, so I don't have to deal with that headache later. Give me Chet Holmgren over 7.5 rebounds at -125. I also like Harvestein over 7.5 as well. I think it's at -115. I think he has a little revenge spot against his former Knicks. I think he goes for 8 rebounds as well. But if I had to bet one of the two, it would be Chet because he's gonna get more minutes. So give me over 7.5 rebound for Chet Holmgren -125. He is averaging 9 rebounds a game this season.
11.3.
Damn, 11.3.
Yeah.
I thought I saw 9.3. Oh, so I was misled, Dill. Love the prop even more. So give me the over 7.5 at -125. And for tomorrow, just 2 games that I like so far. San Antonio Spurs taking on the Detroit Pistons. Like I said, their last matchup, I think it was last week when the Spurs beat them in Detroit. Potential finals matchup. Potential finals matchup here, people. Give me the Spurs at home -3.5. I think to take care of business. They won convincingly in Detroit last week. I think to take care of business at home again. Next game, Los Angeles Lakers taking on the Denver Nuggets. We just saw the Lakers take care of business against the Pelicans. The Nuggets had a tough matchup these last couple games with Minnesota and the OKC. They won their last game. I think they take care of business against the Lakers. Give me the -3, 3.5, whatever you can find with the Denver Nuggets tomorrow.
All right. Joe said he wishes he was here for this one, and he has 2 plays on the ice for tomorrow. Real quick on the ice, if anyone's curious, I am on Seattle on the money line. It's a 10 p.m. start at home against the Blues. -140, not a terrible price at home against a below average St. Louis team, but he said he's taking 2 away teams. He's going to take the Islanders and the Lightning. Right now, Lightning for Thursday, -170 against Winnipeg, and the Islanders +126 against the Kings. Kings are a tough team. I'll say this, Kings are a tough team to play at home, so that is why they are heavy favorites at home. But, kid, great to be back. Can't wait to do this again with you. Any last words before we get up out of here?
I'm surprised my battery made it, Dill. So shout out my battery for working overtime today. Probably have about 3% left. It don't matter. Shout out Joe for filling in on last show. We had a great EP. Little hiccup in the beginning, but nothing to worry about, honestly.
You
so
even
shout out
called
Joe.
him Dill, I heard.
Yeah. When the last time I did a show without you, Dill?
I know. I can't remember.
I think it was 2 years ago when you went to Florida. A couple years ago. I forgot where you went. Or you went back to Maryland. I think you went to a Ravens game. Something like that. Yeah. I think you went back to Maryland. So I hope you had fun. It was an honor to have me and Joey have a show. It's been a while. And not for none, A.J. Brown to the Patriots. Book it.
Apparently they said they won
They want too much. Yeah.
They want too much.
He ain't worth don't get me wrong. He is a great receiver, but he ain't worth 2 first-round picks. Come on now.
Real quick.
I don't want to even give
what?
Honestly, now I was gonna say I wouldn't even give up 2 first-round picks for CD, but I might be lying.
You might be lying on that.
I might be lying about that.
Real quick, Adam Schefter just said Seahawks and Rashid Shaheed not close to an extension. He will test free market.
I'm telling you right now, Seattle better do something because JSN going to have a tough time against the Rams now.
Kid, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Have a great week. Good luck on your bets. Enjoy the games, and we will see you guys on Friday. Peace.